Hello, friends. I am back. I've not been here in a minute, but I'm back. It's okay. When we were here last, I stopped at this story, Tiger, Tiger. We had just finished reading about, let me see. Yeah, we had just finished reading about fear and how fear came. And when I got to the end of it, I turned this page and it was still some to read there. So I'm starting here at Tiger, Tiger. All right, here we go. The drought passed, and so did the years, until Mowgli was 11 years old. Mowgli was young and strong, and took his place at the council rock. But sometimes his friends worried for his safety. Shere Khan had been making friends with the younger wolves. He flattered them and gives them food, said Bagheera one afternoon. Akela would stop this if he could, but he has grown old. Today, in front of the pack, he failed to make a kill, a sign of weakness. The pack must have a new leader soon. That tiger will try to turn the pack against you and Akela. I have heard the rumors. Why would anyone in the pack turn against me? Questioned Mowgli. I obey the law. I have helped all the wolves. Remember Haitha's story? Said Bagheera. The others hate you because you are a human. They know that humans know things and can do things that animals cannot. Feel under my chin. Under Bagheera's silky fur, Mowgli felt a little bald spot. No one in the jungle knows I have that bald spot except for you, said Bagheera. Bagheera said, it is the mark made by my collar. You see, I was born among humans and was kept in a cage at the king's palace. I had never seen the jungle. I watched the humans and learned their ways. Then one night I realized that I was Bagheera, the panther. I knew who I was, so I broke the lock and came here to the jungle, to my rightful home. Mowgli's eyes were wide with wonder and with confusion. Bagheera looked at Mowgli tenderly. Man cub, someday you will have to live with humans. You will find your place. But first, you must worry about Shere Khan. I know something that will help. You must get the red flower. By this, Bagheera meant fire. No creature in the jungle will call fire by the proper name. Every beast is terrified of it and invents other ways of describing it. The red flower, said Mowgli. I know what it is. It grows outside the huts of the villagers in little pots. You are clever, Bagheera said proudly. Yes, get some, quickly, and keep it until you need it. Mowgli ran through the forest until he came to the edge of the village. He scuttled up to the window of the nearest hut and plucked out an earthen pot filled with glowing coals. Before long, he was back at his cave. All day Mowgli faithfully fed the fire with twigs. He also found a strong dry branch. After the sunset, Mowgli also found a strong no, I'm sorry. After the sunset, Mowgli heard many wolves howl. He picked up his branch and pot and went to the council rock. There he saw Akela, weak and tired, laying beside his rock. This meant that the leadership of the pack was open. Shere Khan and his many new wolf friends strutted to and fro. To the side, Mowgli saw Father and Mother Wolf and his brothers. He could tell that they did not like what they saw. Bagheera sat by silently. Shere Khan began to speak, but Mowgli cut him off. "Free people," he cried. "Does Shere Khan lead the pack? What has a tiger to do with our affairs?" "What does a man cub have to do with our affairs?" replied Shere Khan angrily. His wolf allies howled with approval. Akela lifted his head. He has eaten and slept as a wolf. He has kept the law. No human cub can run with the jungle people, howled Shere Khan. "Give him to me." "He is a human." "A human?" snarled many of the wolves. They began to gather behind Shere Khan. Bagheera, Mother, and Father Wolf and their friends were outnumbered. "Fighting will come soon," whispered Father Wolf to Mowgli. "It is up to you." Mowgli stood tall, the fire pot in his hands. "Listen," he cried to the pack. "I have always lived as a wolf, but tonight you have told me that I am a human. So do not call me a member of the pack anymore. I am a human, and I can do things that humans can do." Mowgli thrust the dead branch into the fire pot. Immediately it caught fire and became a blazing torch. His long black hair tossing over his shoulders, his torch throwing off sparks, Mowgli was a fearsome sight. Shere Khan and the wolves drew back in terror. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Uh-oh. We're not going to read this one. Mowgli's eyes flashed with anger. "I will leave the jungle and live among my own kind. But hear this. There will be no fighting in the pack. Before I go, here is a reminder." Mowgli strode up to Shere Khan. The tiger was paralyzed with fright, gritting his teeth with contempt. Mowgli thrust out his torch and singed the tiger's whiskers. "Next time you will not be so lucky," Mowgli vowed. Whirling the torch to the left and to the right, he chased away Shere Khan and the traitorous wolves. Soon only Akela, Bagheera, and the handful of faithful wolves were left. Mowgli sat down. Something was hurting inside him. He began to sob. "What is this?" he said. "I do not want to leave the jungle. What is happening to me, Bagheera?" The panther sat down next to him. He said gently, "These are fears, Mowgli. Humans use them. They are only tears. Let them fall. I will go to the village. He hugged his parents tightly. I have always loved you, said Mother Wolf. Come back soon. Mowgli nodded. I will. Dawn was beginning to break. Standing straight and proud, Mowgli went down the hillside, alone, to meet those mysterious animals called humans. All right, guys. So this is the end of this story. And I will be back, well, the end of the chapter. And I will be back on Friday to read this next story. I don't know how many we have left. Let's go to the front and let's see how many we have left. How many more chapters? Let's see. So, we read Mowgli's Brothers and Kai's Hunting and How Fear Came, and we just read Tiger, Tiger. So we have 3 more. We're going to read In the Village, and then Letting in the Jungle, and then The Spring Running. So we have 3 more. So it was a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters in this. So when we come back on Friday, we'll read the next chapter, In the Village, and then we'll be on to the weekend, and it'll be time for a Bible story on Sunday. So until then, you know that I want you to be good, guys. You know I want you to be good, and I want you to be kind. And I will see you the next time. I hope that you're enjoying this Jungle Book story. I hope that you are. This is a really good book, and I love that it has a jacket and it's still on this cover. I'm going to use this book for something special. I told myself, you should send it back to the thrift store, but I'm not. I'm going to keep it because I love this book. I even have the movie of the Jungle Book. So, guys, listen to the story again. Go back to the first chapter if you want, and listen all the way up. So when Friday comes, you'll be ready for our next chapter. And I'll see you then. Be good. Bye-bye.